Welcome back to AI for Allocators, the podcast where Sean Ung brings you LP-centric insights to help you navigate the AI era. We cut through the noise, uncovering the 20% of practical ideas that deliver 80% of the long-term impact for the allocator community. This series is AI-generated, based on Sean's original blog posts. For the full articles and supporting resources, visit Sean's LinkedIn page. So today we're doing a deep dive based on a really interesting recent blog post from Sean. It's post #7, and it kind of pushes back on some common ideas about how AI is really impacting investment offices.
Yeah, most people jump straight to efficiency gains when they think about AI at work.
Exactly. And look, that's definitely part of it. But we want to go beyond that today, unpack the less obvious stuff, the more disruptive changes AI is bringing.
Right, things like new kinds of risk and maybe even new ways to find a strategic edge.
Okay, let's unpack this. So yeah, let's acknowledge the baseline first. AI is fantastic for, operational alpha.
Absolutely. Summarizing things, finding documents instantly, drafting memos, getting transcripts from calls, prepping slides.
All that good stuff. Real, tangible benefits. Stuff you can see and feel pretty quickly.
But what's truly fascinating here, though, is if you stop there at productivity, you're actually missing the bigger story, the more disruptive one.
You mean the really significant impacts?
Yeah, they're not just about doing the old things faster, it's more profound. It's about navigating completely new risks and, maybe more excitingly, unlocking strategic advantages that just weren't possible before.
And Sean's article points out 5 areas where this is already happening, maybe under the radar a bit. The first one he calls a new frontier for due diligence. That's both IDD and ODD.
Right, investment and operational.
So, look, it's pretty much assumed now that fund managers are using AI, right?
Oh, definitely. Everyone says they are.
But the real shift, the article argues, isn't if they use it. It's, are they just making things quicker, or are they actually changing the core investment process you thought you understood?
And there's this pressure, for managers to look like they're on the cutting edge with AI.
Which can backfire if it's just surface level.
Exactly. So this raises a really important question for you as allocators. How do you figure out if a manager's AI integration is real? Is it deep?
It's not just ticking a dox anymore, is it? Do you use AI? Yes, no.
Not at all. You have to understand how they're governing its use. Does it actually make their edge stronger? Or is it maybe even introducing new risks or weakening it?
Are they just sort of slapping AI onto their old process? Or is it really woven in, changing how they make decisions fundamentally?
That's the key distinction.
So beyond just that first question, do you use AI? What should allocators be asking to get at that, to really understand the how and why?
Well, Sean's article suggests getting into their internal governance, asking things like, okay, what specific models are you actually using?
Right, get specific.
What data were they trained on? Super important. And how do you handle potential bias in that data or in the model's output? And how do you ensure you can actually explain why the AI suggested something? It moves you from just a checklist to more of a forensic look at their actual AI strategy.
Okay, that makes sense. So moving from assessing managers to maybe empowering your own team. The second impact area is supercharging investment thesis research.
Ah, yes. AI deep research. This is a big one. It's like having a virtual team of incredibly skilled research analysts working for you 24/7.
And it's more than just finding data faster, right?
Oh, much more. It goes way beyond just, surface level data aggregation. Think about AI using really advanced techniques like NLP, natural language processing.
Okay.
To spot subtle connections, patterns across huge amounts of unstructured beta reports, news, transcripts, you name it.
Things a human team might miss or take forever to find.
Exactly. It can synthesize information from literally thousands of sources, and not just summarize, but actually draw inferences, test hypotheses, really pressure test an investment thesis with a kind of rigor that's, frankly, hard for human teams to match consistently.
Now, we've actually covered this AI deep research concept in detail before.
That's right.
But the key question Sean raises in this article, relating it back, is, are you just using AI to speed up your existing research methods? Or are you using it to fundamentally reimagine your whole process for coming up with ideas?
A critical distinction.
Yeah. So if you want to dive deeper into how AI deep research can really shift things, definitely check out Sean's previous deep dive on it. We'll put the link in the show notes. Okay, but with all this power comes, well, the darker side too. And this third point is, frankly, a bit unsettling. It's the rise of weaponized deepfakes.
Yeah, here's where it gets really interesting and maybe a little scary.
This isn't sci-fi anymore, is it?
Not at all. It's happening right now, and the sophistication is, well, genuinely concerning. Sean's article mentions a couple of stark examples.
Like the one in Hong Kong.
Exactly. Early last year, a finance worker at a multinational firm was tricked into transferring, wait for it, $25.6 million.
Wow.
Because they were on a video conference call where everyone else on the call, supposedly colleagues, including the CFO, were actually deepfakes.
That's incredible. The whole call.
The whole call. And it's not isolated. More recently, there were attempts using voice clones to impersonate Senator Marco Rubio.
Trying to get information.
Trying to get sensitive data from high-level officials by perfectly mimicking his voice.
Okay, so bring that back to an investment office. What are the implications?
Well, just imagine getting a call or even a video message that seems perfectly like your CIO or CFO asking for an urgent, maybe slightly unusual wire transfer.
It looks like them, sounds like them.
Perfectly. Mannerisms, voice, everything. It creates this incredibly convincing scenario that even a really careful employee might fall for.
So the old security checks might not cut it.
Exactly. Traditional protocols often aren't enough for this. Your internal controls really have to evolve and fast.
What kind of controls?
Mandatory internal callbacks are crucial. Not email, not a message, an actual phone call back to a known, trusted number for any unusual requests, especially involving money.
Makes sense.
And to really strengthen that, Sean strongly suggests using pre-agreed code words or maybe specific challenge phrases.
Like a verbal password.
Sort of. Something that adds an unguessable layer. Even if the deepfake nails the voice, it won't know that secret word you agreed on internally months ago. It's a vital defense, and it's needed today.
That's incredibly sobering. And it feels like it's not just a tech problem, it's a human one too, right? The pressure a convincing fake can put on someone.
That's exactly it. How do you prepare teams for that kind of psychological manipulation beyond just the tech?
It needs to be part of the culture, I guess.
Absolutely. Sean's work implies continuous training, maybe even running drills, simulations, so those verification steps become automatic, instinctive. Even when someone's trying to rush you, it's a whole mindset shift.
Okay, shifting gears a bit. The fourth impact Sean highlights is how AI is starting to redefine the whole fund manager landscape long-term.
Right. Think about democratization. AI is making sophisticated quantitative strategies much more accessible.
So it lowers the barrier to entry.
Significantly. For new managers who want to be purely systematic, quant, or those who blend quant with traditional research, the quantamental approach.
So what does that mean for established players?
Well, it suggests that traditional advantages, like just having access to information or raw computing power, they're going to become commoditized. AI levels the playing field there.
So where does the value shift?
It likely shifts more towards creative human-machine collaboration. How well can the humans and the AI work together to generate unique insights?
Which brings up a tough question for us as allocators.
Exactly. Sean phrases it really well in the article, asking something like, is your team's AI literacy, your understanding, evolving fast enough?
Fast enough to keep up with the tech.
And fast enough so you can actually evaluate and select this next generation of managers who are genuinely using AI well, not just talking about it.
So it circles back. It's not just about the manager's AI skills. It's about our skills to assess them properly. That's a big challenge.
It really is. Being able to tell the difference between real AI edge and just, marketing buzzwords.
Okay, and the fifth final overlooked impact Sean discusses is AI as the ultimate onboarding accelerator.
Yeah, this one's quite powerful when you think about it. Imagine your new hires getting up to speed, like reaching peak productivity way faster than they do now.
At a fraction of the usual time.
Exactly. Because they have access to AI assistant technology from day one.
What would that look like?
Think of an intelligent AI assistant that's basically a dynamic, searchable repository of all your team's crucial institutional knowledge.
Like what kind of knowledge?
Internal processes, sure, but also the unwritten stuff, team norms, the firm's history and nuanced relationships with different managers, key portfolio benchmarks, risk guidelines, everything.
Stuff that usually takes months, maybe years to absorb just through osmosis.
Precisely. So the impact is pretty profound. Your best new talent isn't just onboarded, they're activated. They have the context and knowledge to contribute meaningfully almost immediately.
They integrate faster, make an impact sooner.
Accelerating their contribution and letting your top people really perform at their highest potential much, much earlier in their tenure.
Just think back to your own first week or month in a new role. How much time gets wasted just trying to find that one document or figure out who to ask about some process?
Totally. Imagine having an AI co-pilot right there to guide you through all of that from the get-go. It really could compress that whole ramp-up period.
So these 5 areas, due diligence, research, deepfake risks, the manager landscape, onboarding, they really show how AI's impact goes way beyond just making us more productive.
Yeah, these are just 5 examples, but they illustrate that shift into strategic advantage and also critical risk management. It's kind of an unseen revolution happening right now.
And ultimately, as Sean puts it in the article, the winners aren't just going to be the ones using AI for efficiency.
No, the winners will be the ones who figure out how to use AI as a strategic weapon, who evolve beyond just seeing it as a tool.
And that kind of strategic shift, it ties back to that 3-step framework Sean often talks about, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That learn, experiment, scale framework. It's all about getting that AI flywheel spinning within your organization.
Building momentum.
And fostering that culture of continuous learning. Because honestly, in this environment, that constant learning might be the only real defense against getting disrupted.
Right. And if you, the listener, want to really understand that 3-step framework in more detail,
yeah, where should they go?
we definitely recommend going back to the very first audio deep dive we did. Sean explains it thoroughly there, or you can check out the first 5 written blog posts on his LinkedIn page.
And remember, the steps really reinforce each other. Learn, experiment, scale. You need all 3 working together to keep that flywheel spinning faster and faster.
Ignore one of the steps, and you just don't get the full benefit. It kind of stalls out.
Exactly.
So wrapping this all together, what does this mean for you listening? Are you seeing other impacts, maybe less recognized ones that you think deserve more attention?
Yeah, what's happening in your world?
And thinking about these 5 topics we just discussed, due diligence, research, deepfakes, the manager landscape, onboarding, which of these would you like Sean to explore even further in a future deep dive?
Let him know. He genuinely appreciates the feedback.
Absolutely. Please leave your comments, or you can reach out to him directly on LinkedIn. He loves to hear from you. If you found this helpful, subscribe, share it with a colleague, and visit Sean's LinkedIn for more tools and free templates to help your team make smarter AI decisions. Feel free to reach out to him directly with any questions or thoughts. He truly enjoys hearing from you. Let AI work for you. Let AI be your edge.